Good morning. Happy 4th of July weekend to everyone. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July, safe and fun. So let's get to our word of the day. It's Emeritus. Emeritus is the word of the day of a former holder of an office, especially a college professor, having retired but allowed to retain their title as an honor. The banquet was held every year to honor the emeritus professors. So there we go. Here's our heat map. Microsoft is up 1, Apple is up, Google is up 2, Meta is up 4. Where is Tesla hanging out? Tesla was up, was down, and it is now up again. So it's up about 1%. On to our jobs report. The jobs report, 189,000 forecast, 206,000 overall employment gain. And just private sector employers added just 136,000, missing forecast for 160,000. Government jobs rose by 70,000. Hiring gains in April and May were revised down by a combined 111,000 jobs. So that is the story there. Let us go. If you're concerned at all with a hard landing, you might want to look into one of these accounts. Goes up with the market, goes up with the market, but does not come down when the market goes down. As you can see, index investing bobs and weaves of the market. And currently there are accounts giving 25 to 45% bonuses. And this beats index investing by about 5% per year. If you want to learn more, feel free to reach out to me. Let's go to our maps. First, let's take a look at the dollar. Continues to fall, fell to the 20 day, and now it is falling a little stronger. Got a little frog in my throat. Sorry about that. Silver really got a strong move, gapped up here. We got another gap up and raise. Gold gaps up again, gapped up on Wednesday, and now it's gapping up on Friday. Take a look at copper. Big bounce in copper. ERO was up big today, and it is up again, up 2.66%. FCX looks like almost a gap up 1.8%. Southern Copper is gapping up, and tech up 2.37% gap, but it's on near the low of the day. Take a look at our bond yields. Tried to move higher and turn tail as the report came out, I believe. Down to 4.35%, and 20-year is diving down 1.5% at 3.37%. Take a look at the VIX. The VIX is up slightly, up almost 2%, up to 12.32%. S&P 500 is moving up 0.39%. The equal weight is falling. Interesting. I'd like to see this thing broaden out. The NASDAQ is up almost 1%. The equal weight in the NASDAQ is up. This is healthy. It's up 0.61%. Small caps are pulling back a little bit. And the Dow Jones is up. So there we have our look. I'm going to just take a pause to get a drink of water here. So we're on to the news. The bull bear spread in American Association of Individual Investors AAII weekly survey was 15.6 versus 16.2 last week. Bulls fall to 41.7 from 44.5. Neutrals rise to 32.2 from 27.2, and bears fall to 26.1 from 28.3. German industrial production slumped in May as car manufacturing tailed off, as overall industrial output declined 2.5% on the month in May. Minutes from the June FOMC meeting, 6/11 to 6/12, showed Federal Reserve officials acknowledged the U.S. economy appeared to be slowing and that price pressures were diminishing, but still felt a wait-and-see approach was warranted before committing to interest rate cuts. So that's the story there. And now on to our sector news and consumer. An investor group seeking to buy Macy's has raised its offer for a second time after previous attempts failed at Ark House Management, real estate-focused investing firm, and Brigade Capital Management in recent days raised their bids by about $300 million or $24.80 a share. So that's a significant height from where we are right now in price of Macy's. On to HBC, parent company of Saks Fifth Avenue, has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire Neiman Marcus Group, parent company of Neiman Marcus and Bergdorf Goodman, for a total enterprise value of $2.65 billion. HBC will establish Saks Global, a combination of world-class luxury retail and real estate assets, including Saks Fifth Avenue. Onto Chinese stock NIO announces management change as Stephen Wei Fang has resigned as chief financial officer as the company promotes senior vice president of finance, Mr. Stanley Yu Q, as new financial officer. So that is a story. NIO is down 7% on the news. Energy, industrials, and materials, West Texas Intermediate and Brent crude trade near the highest in 2 months, with global equity markets at a record. Take a look at the oil pricing. It's gapping up. Shell said it expects as much as $2 billion of impairments on its Q2 earnings related to a delayed biofuels plant under construction in the Netherlands and its chemical facility in Singapore. So their stock is actually up 0.5% today. We looked at tech early. It plans a $2 billion share buyback of Class B shares. We'll see if Volvo comes up. It does not. And Westport Fuel Systems have a joint venture celebrated the official launch of the partnership with exclusive event, the University of British Columbia. Westport Fuel Systems looks like a penny stock here, up 3.5%. AstraZeneca in healthcare. Tagrisso, with the addition of Primatrex and platinum-based chemotherapy, has been approved in the European Union for the first line of treatment of adult patients with advanced non-small cell lung cancer. And the stock is up 0.7% on that. See if this Roche comes up. And it does. Surprise, surprise. Drug Tiragolumab, which is a part of a new class of drugs known as anti-TIGIT, anti-TIGIT, failed a lung cancer treatment on Thursday. Compugen has a colorectal, ovarian, and lung cancer treatments in development that work by acting on TIGIT receptor, which suppresses the proliferation and activation of cells in the immune system. And this is dropping as well. This is much like a penny stock in the dollar area. It dropped 7%. And finally, in technology, media, and telecom, see if this one does not come up. Shares jumped in Europe following strong Q2 results. Axtron, through the German chip systems manufacturer, cut its sales forecast for the year. Quarterly order intake was around 176 million euros. And that wraps up our look at the news for the day. Let us go up into our daily routine. What's up 5%? With 100% increase in volume, we have 8 items. Bring our screen up a little bit, not too far, so at least we can see the volume. Anglo Gold Shanti. Big gap up. They got 2 big gap ups in a row, up a little over 8%. GLNG has been trending, kind of broke out of this little consolidation. 20, 27, 47 would have been the breakout here. So right about there. As it breaks out, that would have been the place to buy. Right now, it's pretty extended. In structure holdings, is gapping up and provides educational software, develops web-based learning management system. I think I'll add that to my education. I'll add that a little later. On to Macy's, which we looked at before in the news. MetaWound. This comes up. There we go. Up 40%. Wow, look at that. And it's in the middle of its range today. See if there's any news. No real news at the moment. Look at all that volume. 12,744% increase in volume. That is amazing. Q32 Bio is up slightly. Let's quickly take a look at under the covers of the S&P 500 financials. Pretty flat. Our ETF of the day is XLC, as it bounced up 1.5%. Stock of the day is Meta Platforms, up 4.42%. And this little cup with a handle, now it is breaking out into the pivot area. Before we go too much further, let me just pull up. This is kind of the story of the week. Had a kind of like a crash. Yesterday is Mt. Gox. That cryptocurrency exchange that went belly up, that owes 127,000 creditors. As they brought up their wallet of all billions of dollars of Bitcoin, this has really kind of crashed. We'll see if this can recover up to 56,475. And who knows, maybe this is a bounce. So let's go back to our screens. All the crypto kind of went down with this. Let's see if there's anything up 10%, 200% increase in volume. And we do not have anything at the moment. So we'll take a look at what's currently in our, let's look at the FANG stocks. Oh, we did not finish. But since I started this way, let's look at FANG-U. Just continues skyrocketing. This has been our favorite ETF. Even though oil prices have jumped, energy prices are going down. Not sure really what is happening with that. Real estate, a little bit of a bounce. Utilities are up slightly. We continue to get some pretty good biotech, and we finally get a bounce in the biotech ETF. Got a bounce there. We'll look at one of our ETFs of the week. Continues moving up, AIQ. Infrastructure is down. Semiconductor is up. Interesting. NVIDIA, I believe, was down earlier. Down 0.66%. So Broadcom is down. Kind of look at ASML is up. And Taiwan semiconductors are up. So I guess this is where the market is leading. Look at a couple others onto, seems to be bouncing a little bit. Jets is down. Out of the office, leisure activities is up slightly. Metals and mining, interesting. Metals are moving up, but the steel portion of metals and mining is trending down. Let's take a quick look here. Yeah, big move down by Steel Dynamics. Building materials are down. Home builders are down. So that's kind of a look. Home builders are down when the bond yields are sinking. That's kind of interesting. So that is a story there. Let's go take a look at what we're currently holding. Weatherford is pulling back a little bit. In the uranium space, this is pulling back. Look at the FANG. Apple is just surging. We took off our covered call at 225 when it was at 224. All the big cap tech seems to be where all the money is rotating. Netflix is up. Mr. Softy. Microsoft is up. NVIDIA seems to be one of the few that are not participating. NVIDIA, Tesla, up slightly. Amazon, up. Google, pretty strong, right into the profit zone, right in here. So this is a consolidation, sort of a cup, kind of lopsided. You could take the Darvis base, Darvis box, just draw the box. I guess it didn't quite finish the right side here. Because I want to draw the, there we go. There's our box, and you buy right here. Comes out of the box. Had some little herky-jerky here, sold off here, and then just gapped up. And now we're in the profit zone. So that is a story with Google. take a look what we're doing. I had added app, bounced up to 90, and now it's pulled back after I've taken off the short at 91. We'll just continue to hold this. We added Datadog. Continues acting well. Pretty low volume right here. Not sure what happened to our screen there, but we'll bring it back up. Pretty low volume right here. Elf Beauty. We have the short of the covered calls, and we have the covered calls on at 225, I believe. Or just kind of hanging out, pull back to the 10-day moving average. Toast, just kind of bouncing right here off of the 20-day moving average. A little bit of pullback in Kava today to the 10-day moving average again. We have covered calls at 100 on Kava. We added to ARM today as it bounces out of this area. It was 174 we added on ARM. Pulling up, make sure miss anything. Dutch Brothers. Pull back to the 10-day moving average, getting a little bit of a bounce today. CrowdStrike. Hanging in there. Looks like we got a little bit of a bounce off of the 10-day. We got our options on Samara. Put on at 29. And I believe this is up 360%. Not a bad return. Apollo Global Management, put on at 116.98. Just holding in there. And that will wrap it up for Mornings with Michael, our Friday edition. Hope everybody has a great day. Go out there and continue working on your goals and your activities. And we will be back for you on Sunday with our follow-up and kind of look at the economy, some risks that we have ahead. Everybody have a great day, great weekend. Thanks for tuning in.